Okay, hear you talking harvest, but I see you never sown. Just a wartale of a star who refused to be a clone. I could tell you plenty others, but it's probably better shown. I've been talking different languages without Rosetta Stone. I ain't never been the best at choosing girls for me to date. What I think I needed ended up just being what I hate. I ain't good at talking feelings, let alone communicate. Although when it come to Jesus, I just got so much to say. I don't blame it on my fate. I got David type of faith. Heard that David was a warrior without the Golden State. He's the potter, I'm the clay. I am Gabriel since the birth. Luke one didn't have to tell me, but some coaching did occur. Let them all know that I work. Let them all know I ain't cheap. If it falls before the winter, then I'll leave the money tree. Shady people I don't need. If you lit, then let it shine. You can have your own relationship, so don't throw dirt on mine. I'm on my God thing. Tell me who you know. I know Jesus, boy, and I'm gonna let it show. Tell them call me if they need to save a soul. If you don't like it, well then homie, there's a dough. I'm on my God thing. Tell me who you know. I know Jesus, boy, and I'm gonna let it show. Tell them call me if they need to save a soul. If you don't like it, well then homie, there's a dough. I remember when I didn't have a dollar to my name. Well, I still don't, but I praise him cause I know that's finna change. I expect abundant blessing, 100 million in the bank. That's 100.
Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of Tina's Tiny Thursdays. Today, I think I said what I'm making today, but today we're going to be making holiday paintings. If I didn't change the... I'm pretty sure I said it. Yes, okay, yes. I am making holiday paintings today. I have some paint down. I'm still loading some more paint onto my palette. But today is gonna be really fun. I actually asked my sisters what I should make before I started, and my sister Katrina recommended that I do Halloween paintings. So I'm like, I just did fall. And then she's looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and she's like, those are not the same thing. I'm like, pretty much the same thing. She's like, well, you can make Christmas. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, sure, I'll just do some fall paintings and some Christmas paintings, and it's just gonna be a nice time. I know usually I'm one of those people. Yeah, I'm giving you credit, Katrina. Hello. I know fall isn't holiday, but like Halloween is like pumpkins and leaves and, you know. Okay, who thinks... Okay, whatever. Sure. Whatever. I guess, you know, Thanksgiving is a thing. I keep forgetting that Thanksgiving is a thing sometimes, so. Because I'm always like, oh, that's just the food holiday. But, you know, usually people don't, like, buy things, so, like, at least not, like, paintings or whatever. But anyway, we're gonna be making... Oh, gosh, that coffee is strong and bitter. I'm all out of cocoa to put into the coffee, so it's just, like, I can taste the beans. But anyway, it's gonna be a good show today. If I can get my canvases open, it'll be a good show. I don't know why I laid them out like diamonds, but... Oh, I totally forgot to clean that brush. It's just been sitting in water. I was supposed to deep clean it because the bristles are chunky. Oh, this one's... I really need to clean my brushes. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. First things first, I think I'll do a Halloween. Since Halloween is first, I think it's gonna be. And The Night Before Christmas is one of my favorite movies, as you guys can clearly tell. Sweetest Day? I mean, man, Valentine's Day? I see something that might be kind of creepy to paint, but I really want to paint it. Okay. I don't know why I laughed like that. I'll just mix them. It's a scene from Nightmare Before Christmas is what I'm going to make. I'm going to dry this really quick. Okay, so got that first layer. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Right now I'm just drawing Jack's skull, making the approximations of where stuff is. Nothing is quite set in stone just yet. But this scene that I'm painting, I've always... It's a very quick shot, but I've always liked it. You know, Jack Skellington, he's, you know, this undead creature just discovering joy for the first time, and it's just, I don't know, it's just really beautiful to me. There's something about the movie that just, I don't know. It just makes me happy. And his bow is going to be coming up on the sides. And you're only going to see pieces of it, really. But then, his arm is just coming into view, and it's like pulling down some Christmas lights, like right in front of his eyes. I don't know. I just love this shot in the movie, so I'm just giving it a go. I'm gonna make a really pale pink for his hands. I went over a little bit on the side. That is fine. I can just make his wrist a little, you know, just put some black down there. His bony fingers are pulling it down. I'll put in the individual bones in a little bit. I want to make sure where I place the Christmas lights makes sense. His eyes are, his eye sockets are like about right here, right? And I will definitely add more layers to his face because he looks a little goofy right now. More layers and coloring and stuff, but I'm just getting the basic shapes in right now. I see, it looks a little cartoonish instead of stop motion, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm just touching this up and like trying to cover up the part I don't like, the part I think is too thick. It's a little too magenta-y. I'm gonna get some blue to try and cancel it out so it blends a little better. Still thinks he looks a little goofy, so I'm gonna touch up his skull right now. Might have to slim this part down a little bit. That's fine. Pew 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 pew. My sister just walked in the room and did finger guns and then walked out. I think the inside of his mouth, it does kind of have like a purpley shadow to it, but it's darker than what's going on in the background. And I want to put a touch of brown in there too. Just to really drive home the distinction. And also, he's undead. I'm sure his breath stank. I definitely think I need to make the eye sockets just a tad bit bigger. I think that looks more like Jack. Go up at the corner so it looks like he's smiling. I don't know why, but this jazzy lo-fi is making me crave dinner rolls and baked chicken. Doing a shadow for his neck. Might be a tad too dark. Just making the little socket hole things for the light. And then he's also got like this candy cane umbrella that he's using as well. Where's my paints? Behind me. Doing another layer. I still need to do the candy cane umbrella, but I just wanted to make sure that I get the lights in their proper places before I continue on. Yellow, yellow, need some yellow. But it's not a pure white for the candy cane umbrella because there's all these lights reflecting off of it. So I'm going to kind of use like an off-white, almost like a kind of blue. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit of purple in here. I'm actually just gonna outline the whole thing in white. All this off-white. And then once that dries, I'll just go back over with the red stripes instead of having to go red, white, red, red, white with the paint. I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing better. There you go. As a matter of fact, the red too, it's not like a straight red. There is a little bit of purple in there as well. So I'm gonna get that magenta, mix it with the red, kind of create like a darker red. And I'll do more layering with the lights in a little bit. And give them like a glow as well. So it's not just, you know, colors. And so it'll look like, it's like action, they'll look blah 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 blah. They'll look like they're actually glowing. But there are a couple things I want to touch up with the umbrella. While those are drying, I'm going to do a couple more details on the lights, but while those are drying, I am going to work on his teeth. And some of the smaller details in his face structure. So with the way the light is hitting his face, his teeth, they're not just like, they're not usually like the pearly white or like the kind of like the off-white that his skull is, the rest of his skull is. They're like this dark yellow. And they're very, very spaced out. I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't like that tooth right there, so I'm gonna get rid of that in a minute or two. Hello, JK Pockets. How are you doing today? I may have made his mouth a little too dark, but I'm going to move on to the hand for now. Hey, Grits and Butter. JK Pocket said, I'm blessed and beautifully black today. How are you doing, gorgeous? I am doing really good. I'm doing really good. You're great, just lurking about. Okay. I appreciate the lurk. Oh. I'm not particularly ready for fall. I'm mentally getting ready for it. Although it would be nice for it to stop thunderstorming all the time. Because, like, every time there's, like, a thunderstorm, like a really bad one, like, it just, it messes with my sinuses. And so I'm just like, okay. This summer has either been too hot or too rainy, so maybe it's time to let it go. I've been trying to go outside and get a tan and enjoy life, but life keeps getting in the way of me enjoying it. So I'm like, you know what, maybe it's just time to move on. Let's just do something a little bit different. Fall's not that bad though. Yes, the pollen count is high where you are? Oh gosh. Yeah, I've been trying to get a tan all summer, and this is as far as I got, so. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna let it go. It's time for fall. Just let it happen. The shadow's not quite the right color. Needs a little bit more purple. I'll tell you what, I am not ready for Christmas. I know there's still some time away, but it's just like, oh no, that's coming again. It's like, I love Christmas, I love giving gifts and stuff and getting gifts, and I do enjoy the season, but just the fact that it's so close just gives me a little bit of an anxiety. Nope. Trying to get this glow effect on there without it looking too creepy. I mean, he is a skeleton, so it's gonna look a little creepy, but. I will be right back, back in 30 seconds, if that. So this one's pretty much done. I mean, there are small other things I could do to it, but I think it's pretty nice. Oh my gosh, it's been an hour. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize. My goodness. Okay, time for me to speed things up a little bit. I do like it though. I think it's let me zoom out a little bit. I do like it. I think people that know the movie know exactly what scene and what song it's gonna be from. Time does fly, yeah. Okay. I do want to make like just a Halloween one and then just a Christmas. At least, you know? Because I did make like a lot of orange. Well, squeeze out a lot of orange, not make a lot of orange. I think, you know, just doing like a haunted looking pumpkin, I think that'll be a good Halloween aesthetic. You know, I said I'm just gonna do a pumpkin, but brain is like, no, do something cooler, do something, make it like a forest or something, the moon or something. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I'll definitely try to be quick with this one. So we got a big moon. I might add some more details to it later. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I'm just making some tree branches, just want to give the impression that there's a forest, that it's creepy looking, and I am gonna try this soon, just so I can get some clear black lines in front of the moon without it blending into the rest of everything. Also, since the trees in front of us are darker, with the canvas now being dry, it's just gonna make all those other trees look like they are pushed back further. just gonna put like a really big pumpkin. I'll put another one over on this side too. A little smaller though. I'm gonna dry this real quick. I'm gonna add, of course, the like jack-o'-lantern eyes and stuff. Of course, they need their stems. Thank you, JK Pockets. And hey Q, how you doing today? Yeah, I saw that you were streaming and I was like, well, I gotta come out and... I don't know where to put this. It's like blocking all the text. I'll just, there. I'll set it back there. Maybe that's a bad idea, but it's there for right now. I can't see people's messages. Yeah, I saw that you were streaming and I was like, well, I'm gonna be up for a little bit longer, so let me just pop on through and support. the dirt look a little bit more speckled, you know? Just want to add a touch of brown on some of the branches and some of the bark, just to show that there is like some light hitting, causing a little bit of detail on the trees. Not a ton, but because there is low light and basically everything is backlit, I just want there to be some light, even if the light is very, very low. How many do I do in a day? It depends. If I'm doing a lot to like prepare for like a craft show or a Comic-Con, I'll do if I stick with like one theme, I'll do probably like maybe like 10 in a day. The most I've ever done was like 15, 20. But for a stream, I usually for a 2-hour stream I usually do between like 3 and 5. I like this. I like that it's spooky. I like the spooky one. Okay. Enough of the spooky, enough of the creepy. It's time for Christmas. Straight up joy to the world. Yuletide Christmas feelings. Hello, Dry Spaffer. Nice to see you again. Yeah, just in time for Halloween. I try to make a couple holiday themed ones whenever it gets like towards whatever holiday it was. Like before Valentine's Day I did like a bunch of like romantic themed ones, and 4th of July I did a couple like American patriotism type ones. How are you? I'm doing really great. I'm doing really great. Oh, thanks for the bits. I appreciate you, Grits and Butter. How are you doing today, Dry Spaffer? Did you watch anything good? here. The best show ever made? What's the best show ever made? Mr. Robot. I've heard good things, I've never watched it though. You should change that. Maybe I'll give it a go after I finished rewatching Lost. Oh, this is dried up. Okay. Never mind on that color. Not the same color, but that's the color I'm choosing. So the idea for this one is kind of like in a small town square where there's like, you know, like a big Christmas tree set up. Only 4 seasons. When you need to take a break from Lost, you can get through it in a weekend. Okay. That's doable, 4 seasons. How many episodes in a season? I have to give the show my full attention. I wouldn't understand otherwise. Okay. And 10 episodes in a season. Okay. That's not bad at all. Very season 2 has 12, season 4 has 13, and the others. Okay, that's still not bad though. Lost had like 23, 25 episodes in the first 2-3 seasons. And then seasons 4, 5, and 6 had maybe like 15, 17 episodes, something like that. And I was just like, dang, this is a long show. It's a really long show. Well, the first time I watched Lost, I was like, I don't know, I was like 15, 14. And so there are just a lot of things I genuinely don't remember because that was about 14 years ago. And so some things that happened, it's like I'm seeing it for the first time. I know exactly how the show ends, and I remember like some big deaths, but some other things, I was like, oh my, I did not remember this at all. And after something big would happen, I'd call up my sister, and I was like, I did not remember that so-and-so had died, or so-and-so did this, and then she was just like, you really didn't remember that? I'm just like, I was a kid watching the show, dude. I was a kid. Lost is it's good. I really like it. There are some people that didn't like how the 6th season ended. Personally, I was fine with it. It's one of those shows where the last season, either people really like it or people absolutely hate it and it ruins the entire experience for them. But I was not one of the people that it ruined the experience for, so. I don't know why I'm doing all these complicated buildings as my last painting. Architecture paintings are not my thing. But if I don't practice it, I won't get better at it, right? Mr. Robot, The Wire, Atlanta, Rick and Morty, I watch at least once a year. Okay. I have not seen any of those. Okay. Okay. If you weren't bothered by last season of Game of Thrones, and I'd figure the last season of Lost probably wouldn't bother you. The main thing that bothers me about Lost is that one of the main cast members I think is so annoying. And so every time they talk, I'm just like, ugh. I know other people didn't find him annoying, but I'm watching and I'm just like, ugh. It's a Jack episode. I haven't seen those shows because I'm wasting my precious time on Lost. It's one of those shows, like, the second time around, like, I don't, like, I can have it playing while I'm doing other things. When I'm not streaming, I'm working on a children's book for my sister. And so I just kind of have that playing in the background while I'm painting tiny dinosaurs. I mean, sometimes I, like, sit down and, like, watch it. But there are some episodes where I'm like, okay, I kind of remember this. I don't think there's a lot happening in this episode that's super important to the storyline. Let me, grab my projects while this is happening. You know, like, some episodes where it's like, I recognize that this is filler, so... I mean, they didn't have a ton of filler episodes, but there are a couple. Especially some of the Jack episodes. I'm like, why do... These flashbacks are not important at all. Come on. There's one episode that I recognized, and I was just like, yep, Jack, I'm sorry, I'm fast-forwarding. I don't care. When is someone else on screen? You know, I did start watching True Detective. I did. I haven't finished it yet, though. Like, I started watching it a while ago. So I was just, like, scrolling for something to watch before I, like, went to bed. And then I'm like, what is happening in this TV show? And then I, like, woke up and it was, like, 5 episodes later and I was like, okay, I should turn the TV off now. Glad I could connect the two of you together. Got about 20 minutes left, and there's not a single Christmas tree in this. Yet. I do want to put down some snow while I'm thinking about it. The buildings themselves aren't super duper important. They're just, you know, like background information. I'm gonna put a couple windows on them. Add a little bit of detailing, but not go overboard. Because I definitely can go overboard on the tiny details. That's one thing I struggle with on doing bigger paintings. Because I'm so used to doing tiny things and making tiny things super detailed that when it comes to like a big project, I'll spend so much time on like one small part and then I'm like, oh right, there's another 2 feet of this canvas that I gotta get to. So something I definitely need to learn is to how to have less be more. It's good to pay attention to the little details, though. I think that's what makes your pieces shine. Thank you! I appreciate that. Mark on YouTube. Make this part a little bit brighter. Add a couple doors on these buildings. Add in some snow. Just a little closer to the buildings. Add in some tiny people walking about, shopping about. Trying to give people different colored coats. They're all going to be wearing black pants though. Every single one of them. Because I don't feel like being that different about their pants. In the center of town, there's going to be a great big Christmas tree. Oh, it's going to cover up some of the people. That's fine. Probably should have thought about that before I started making people, but I could always make more people. Just going to make a triangle. Huzzah, I found it. Okay. Got my fan brush. Gonna go in some spots with some blue. Oh, this tree is, it's just getting bigger and bigger as I go. Okay. Maybe the, maybe the fan brush is a bad idea, everybody. Just on this instance, it was a bad idea. Okay, so normally fan brushes are a good idea. I'm going to use this instead. Gonna put some fake Christmas gifts around. I think that's something that my town does. You put like boxes with like little gifts and stuff around it. They also like build a fake tree every year. It's the same tree every time. I don't think they decorate it any differently. Oh no, the orange one and the brown one look exactly the same. Must fix. Okay, now the brown one is super yellow. Okay. It's just a blob of color now. It's just a blob of color. It's fine. Gonna put a star at the top. Gonna add in some more people walking about. I want to add a couple trees on the side. Not Christmas trees, just like regular old trees. And I'm nearly done with this piece. I just want to add these trees and some snow on top of them, and then I'll add some snowflakes falling. I don't want it to be pure white. I want there to be a little bit of a shadow to the snow, so I'm adding some magenta to it.
Why didn't you listen to me?
Thank you, Q. And the reason why I wanted to add some trees on the side, besides just I wanted to fill up some more space, is I wanted to help like bring the focus inward towards the center. And so with something being on the edges and kind of, it's like it's pointing your eyes towards the big Christmas tree. And for the final touch, I'm gonna get the fan brush again, and it's not gonna fail me this time. Gonna get some white. Dilute it down with some water. And then just gonna pull the brush back. And now it's snowing. Very simple trick, but I think it adds so much to the piece. It really gives more of that ambiance. And I'm gonna do one more thing, just one more thing. With a star. I'm just gonna make it glow a little bit. And put a little bit of glow around some of the windows, around some of the on the buildings. And put a glow on some of the lights on the tree. Not all of them. Just like in some spots where it's darker. Just want to kind of give that illusion of warmth from the lights. I said not all the lights, and then I just did all the lights. It just works so well. Why not continue? I think it's so cute. I think it's so cute. Oh, you know what? I could do the same thing with the jack-o'-lanterns real quick. I know they already kind of have like a haunting look to them, but I just wanted to glow just a little bit more. You know what? Give it to Jack too. Everybody getting glow. Yeah, but those are our paintings for today. I want to say thank you to everybody that watched me, wherever you watched me. I had fun chatting with you guys, talking about TV and movies and stuff. And yeah, I really like all three of them. You got Halloween, in between Halloween and Christmas, and then you got Christmas. I think it's a good looking group. I think they're really cool. I think they're really cute. So I just want to say thanks again for watching. Thanks again, Grits and Butter, for the bits. I appreciate you. You guys can catch me on Tuesday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys want to check out any of the paintings that I currently have on my website, I'll add these shortly. But if you guys want to check out anything that is currently on my website, the end of the summer sale ends on the 31st. So you guys got a couple more days to get some paintings that are discounted. Hugs to you too, Miss Grits and Butter. So if you guys want to check out anything on my website, any paintings, they are 15% off, whether they are tiny or a little bit bigger. The only thing that isn't included are like the really large stuff like these. These are, those are still regular price, but anything from like 2 inches basically up to like 8 by 10, 11 by 14, that kind of stuff. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed and had some fun. I will catch you guys next week.